about giving your heart away is hoping love will never die. But life unfolds in the strangest ways, and sometimes you just can't keep love alive. But I've tried, and I've tried, but I just can't drink you off my mind. Since you left me, things have been so heavy. I just cry, 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 cry. If you want to take the best of me, I won't stop you if you try.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and to another map tour. This is Lucid Valley by Squigglze. Now, this version of the map is PC only, but he is going to be submitting, if he hasn't already, he is going to be submitting a version of this map for all platforms without cannabis. So this is PC only. And when the console one comes out, whenever that may be, I will also do a map tour on that if there's enough difference. But I think, don't quote me, but I think the only difference is that this one has cannabis for PC and the console one won't. So, he has a lot written on his itch page for this. So, I am going to go ahead and read this out. Welcome to, first he says, FS25 Lucid Valley Cannabis Edition. Welcome to Lucid Valley, a legacy you'll grow together. Nestled in a lush North American valley surrounded by mountains and rolling hills, Lucid Valley is more than just farmland. It's home. After years of living in the city, you've returned to your roots to help your aging grandfather tend to the land he's cared for his entire life. Now, with his wisdom and your fresh ambition, the two of you will breathe new life into this forgotten valley. Explore 83 uniquely shaped farmlands and 24 fields ranging from 1.13 to 41.21 acres. Your grandfather once experimented with specialty crops, and now you can carry that legacy forward with 13 new crop types, which I believe it's 14 for the PC version with cannabis, but I'm not 100%. Well, sure, we'll look in game in a few, because buckle up. This is long, but this explains a lot about the map, so I want to read this before we start the in-game map tour. Tend to ducks and rabbits, manage garbage pit cleanup and clean up farming areas by using a jackhammer to break apart rocks and remove invasive palm trees. Collect product at an active iron ore mine. Harvest from over 9,000 trees, including 5 additional species, and shape the land your way. Travel across the map with a high-speed ferry. Interact with a living world filled with traffic and AI pedestrians. And search for 50 golden apple collectibles, part of a game your grandfather created to keep your days fun and rewarding. Lucid Valley offers a rich mix of old and new, where family tradition and progress grow side by side. Your grandfather's still here, and together, there's nothing the two of you can't build. Features. 83 farmlands, 24 fields, like I said, 1.13 acres to 41.21 acres, 22 forestry areas, 9,000 plus trees, 50 golden apple collectibles, custom environment lighting, custom map icons. One of my favorite parts of this map, 5 additional tree types, giant sequoias, pagoda dogwood, pine, ponderosa pine, and spruce. He could have just done the giant sequoias and I would have been happy. Anyway, 13 additional field crops. Alfalfa, cannabis. No, so it's probably going to only be 12 on console unless he replaces cannabis with something. But on this one, it is alfalfa, cannabis, clover, flax, rye, triticale, millet, spelt, mustard, lentils, lavender, buckwheat, and poppy. 7 additional bell types. Cannabis, swap, alfalfa windrow, dry alfalfa windrow, alfalfa fermented, clover windrow, dry clover windrow, and clover fermented. 8 additional fill types. Cannabis swap, palm chips, garbage, iron ore, metal coil, city power, duck food, rabbit food. 2 additional animal types with 3 subtypes. Ducks, duckling, female duck, male duck, rabbits, baby rabbit, female rabbit, male rabbit. Custom animal food. I will just do this here so that I don't have to bring up animal food overview because I forgot to select it. Cow, forage, cannabis, dry grass windrow, silage, grass windrow, clover windrow, alfalfa windrow, flax, cannabis swap, sheep, wheat, barley, maize, sorghum, rye, triticale, spelt, cannabis, cannabis swap, grass windrow, dry grass windrow, clover windrow, alfalfa windrow, flax, pigs, maize, sorghum, wheat, barley, rye, triticale, spelt, soybean, canola, sunflower oil, cannabis, potato, sugar beet, carrot, parsnip, and beetroot. Horses. Oat, sorghum, rye, triticale, spelt, dry grass windrow, carrot, parsnip, beetroot, cannabis, cannabis swap, grass windrow, clover windrow, alfalfa windrow, alfalfa windrow, and flax. Chicken, wheat, barley, maize, sorghum, rye, triticale, spelt, cannabis, lettuce, carrot, napa cabbage, spinach, ducks, wheat, barley, maize, sorghum, rye, triticale, spelt, cannabis, lettuce, carrot, pea, green bean, spinach, grape, raisin, strawberry, bread, rabbit, dry grass windrow, cannabis, cannabis swap, lettuce, carrot, napa cabbage, spinach, grape, raisin, strawberry, grass windrow, cover? What the heck? Clover windrow, alfalfa windrow, custom animal food mixes, pig food, maize, sorghum, cannabis, 50%, wheat, barley, rye, triticale, spelt, 25%, soybean, canola, sunflower, 20%, potato, sugar beet, carrot, parsnip, beetroot, 5%, ducks, duck food, wheat, barley, maize, sorghum, rye, triticale, spelt, cannabis, 50%, lettuce, carrot, pea, green bean, spinach, 50%, rabbit food, dry grass windrow, clover windrow, alfalfa windrow, cannabis swap, 50%, and lettuce, carrot, Napa cabbage, spinach, grape, and raisin, and strawberry 50%. Lucid Valley Country Club, a 9-hole golf course you can RP with your friends or maintain the grounds by cutting the course. Each hole has a tee-off area and flag marking the hole. Small animal transport crate, used to transport ducks and rabbits, found under animal transport category in the vehicle shop. Rabbit hutch, animals, others in the construction menu. Duck pen, animals, others in the construction menu. Custom Lucid Valley vehicle shop. High-speed ferry, travel from the southeast area of the map to the north side in minutes. Breakable rocks produce stone. Breakable palm trees produce palm chips. 11 buyable residential lots. Purchase residential lots at the for sale signs found around the map. Farmland will not be available to buy in the map menu. Residential lots can spawn garbage once activated. Massive dirt bike track measuring over 2,377 miles. Lucid Valley soccer field. Deadwood transport and breakable rock missions. Hot air balloons floating around the skies. Animated map objects including fire pits. Lucid Dreamer cargo ship, a sell station located at the port that accepts all selling station underscore field fruits category fill types. Public Works demolition job, a community housing project needs to be demolished and cleared out. Allowed hours of operation are from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Iron ore mine, an underground mine that spawns a bulk iron ore pile for you to pick up for free. Purchase of farmland is needed and priced at a reduced price. Iron furnace production point turns iron ore into metal coil. Garbage spawning requires city power provided from the BGA. Set city power production to distribute in the production menu to start spawning garbage. Spawns 1 bag per 7 days. Lucid Valley Town Dump, an area on the map you can sell your garbage. AI container lift and container truck roaming around certain areas of the map. Lucid Valley roller coaster, build and ride your favorite roller coaster, requires less products than base game. I might have to do a such a video just on the roller coaster on here and see how much less it takes. Maybe, but it's gonna be a couple weeks until I am able to do that, so maybe not. Co-op grain silo, store all your crops in the co-op farm silo and save some space on your farm. Buildable sound barrier walls. Bring boards and concrete to pre-place walls or buy additional walls and store and place them yourself. Required mods. FS25 Volvo pack. So yeah, if you are watching this at the time I put it out, which will be in a few days, I am recording this the night before Precision Farming comes out, and this will probably be released early next week. Alright, I will have a link to his X page in the comments, obviously, but here we go. And I can tell already this is going to be a pretty long video, so I am going to have timestamps in the description, so if you want to find a certain area, you can. Here is your PDA. Here is what you own in New Farmer. Here is your crop calendar. Contracts aren't bad. Those are decent. Those are very decent. And let's see here. Most of those are just the purchasable lots, and we don't own anything, so we will go over these in a little bit. And your starting fleet, the Bullionder Munktil Rabbit T425, the Farmtech EDK 650, the Fleetle DTS 5.9, the International CV Series, International Series 200, Kubota SBL 97-2, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 trailer, the Massey Ferguson MF Beta 7360 AL4, Massey Ferguson MF Free Flow 25 feet, the Paladin High Dump Bucket, Paladin Pallet Fork, Paladin SFB 7750, the Stima Trios, the Volvo BM 2654, the Volvo DR 631, the Volvo LM 845, and the Volvo Universal Bucket. And that's that. And mods and DLCs, Volvo Pack, obviously. That's been out for a while. I've done a video covering this when it first came out. But this is what I am interested in. The Lucid Valley Cannabis Edition. Here is your small animal transport crate for ducks and rabbits. Here's some rabbit food and duck food. It's a nice little shop. It's the base game shop still, but he kind of put his own touch to it. I liked that. Alright. And as mentioned, we will look at the extra crops in here. You have alfalfa, buckwheat, clover, flax, lavender, lentils, millet, mustard, poppy, rye, spelt, triticale, and cannabis. And then, I'm going to do this a little bit differently this time. I am going to go over all of the extra stuff first. So we are going to go into construction here. And see what we have going here. So that if you guys just want all of this stuff and don't want the actual map tour, it's all up front. But like I said, I will have timestamps in here. Anyway, just a quick glance. I am pretty good at telling what's base game and what's not at this point, so I didn't fly through these. Okay, so here is your duck pen. And here is your rabbit hutch, which is what they are actually called. So that is in others with the dog. What is this? Sound Barrier Wall Lucid Valley Cannabis Edition. A buildable decorational wall requires boards and metal coil. You can put this down. I probably am going to get back to more of this. Maybe. Because after I get done with PF stuff, I still have to finish the Hofbergman stuff. I think there's more of these. But we will look at these. I will paint them after I finish the map tour. So, alright, let's see here. Where to start? There's so much on this map. You know what? Let's just start up here at the main farm. Buildable house right here. Oh, I forgot to go in and look at the trees and stuff. We'll look at that after. We'll finish that after. There's a buildable house there. There's buildable something there. What are those? Okay, maybe I need to buy this map up. Because I'm not sure what those are. What are those? Farm garage. Walter. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. Nice little pond here. I'm sorry. This is nice. I know I'm probably fangirling right now, but that's nice. BGA over here. Some houses down here. What is that? The cement factory right here, it looks like. Maybe? Where does this take me? Visit. Yes. That is the cement factory. And then... animal dealer? Yes. Custom animal dealer. I like that. It's like some breakable rocks right there. Where are these breakable palm trees? That's what I want to know. What's up here? Purchasable lot with garbage production. I think that's what all these are. Yes. And that's animal dealer. The BGA. Cement factory. Purchasable. Iron ore mine. Right here. That is a hefty pile. I guess not. It just looked more. That's probably what it is on the one from Silver Run. It just looked taller from up here. And then David right there. Noah. Coal free train. Lucid Sawmill established 1984. High-speed ferry. Okay. We have to take this ferry real quick. Turn off flight mode. Didn't I call this thing? Hello? I thought this was supposed to be a high-speed train. Or high-speed ferry. Where is this thing? We see a ferry anywhere over here? Hello? I don't know. We might have to come back to that. I'm not sure where this ferry is. Oh, there it is. Let's creep on this thing. I'm such a dork. Oh. Alright. Now we're gonna go back over here and act like we didn't know where this thing was coming from. F12. Flight mode off like nothing happened. We'll just sit here and wait. I will probably cut most of that out except for where I was talking. This video is gonna be long already. Alright, our ferry is here. We just have to wait for it to finish maneuvering in. Alright. And we're off. It is one of our vehicles. Alright, I'm going to do a short little ×2 time lapse here, but let's send this thing off.
Take you out, show you the time of your life. I wanna figure out what it takes to give you everything you desire. I wanna lay beneath the stars with you in the back of my truck. I guess that this is what they call love. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so long now. I've been waiting on the sidelines, praying for the right time to let you know you're all I ever wanted and more. I wanna level out, order something and stay in. Put a record on, let's hide the phones and make believe the world don't exist. Let's pull up ties and take a trip to someplace new. I don't care where, as long as I have you. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so long now.
Alright, we are about here. That is neat. This ferry goes flying through the middle section of that path in. So, here we are. Alright, now, couple other things. Do I still have flight mode on? Don't think so. I think I turned it off. Yeah, I did. Alright. Alright, so you have your roller coaster over here. So you can build that. Iron furnace right here. Lucid Dreamer barge station. I think that's where we just came in at with the barge. Lucid Valley Town Dump. I believe this is where you take your garbage, if I remember right. This is where you take your garbage to sell it. Just cool. I don't think there was a map, at least that I know of, in 22 that had garbage. I think the last ones I know of were in 19, so that is very cool. What's right here? Ship goods products to Giants Software. Okay, I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but I did. That's funny. the golf course and I will be back. Alright, here we are. Here's the golf course. Your starting area right here. The hole. Some bunkers over here. That is neat. After a long day of work on the farm, you could come out here and do some RP or mow the lawn for the golf course. Neat. Anyway, that is all I am going to show there. I am going to come over here and buy this field. I'm going to let you explore anything I didn't show on your own. I think that's quite a lot. Only thing I can think of I didn't show is the dirt bike track. I'm going to let you guys explore that on your own. So, let's go back in here to construction. And let's paint. I thought I bought this land. Nope. Hold on. Gotta use a little power tools magic. Now we have enough money to buy this. Buy. Now we can go into construction. Place these down and take a look-see. Animal mud. Animal mud. Animal mud. Yeah, these are definitely new. There's definitely not 4 animal muds in base game. Animal mud. Awesome. Animal mud. Animal mud. Animal mud. Asphalt. 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 I almost lost my place. Whoops. Concrete. 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 Dirt. Dirt. Ooh, I like that. Forest ground. Forest ground. Forest ground. Forest ground. Forest ground. I think this is the forest route, but he just calls it forest ground on here. Forest ground. Forest ground. Grass. 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 gravel, 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 rock, cobblestone, and flagstone. And then, in trees, holy, you know what? Let's do it. Alright. Old American elm, old aspen 1, old beech 1, large betula romanti, old beech 1, large boxcylinder, large cherry, large Chinese elm, large downy serviceberry, large golden rain, large Japanese zolvuka, large lodgepole pine, large northern cactalupa, Scotch pine, Manchurian red pine, old oak, old shagbark hickory, large Tilla armenies. I'm butchering some of these, I guarantee it. Squigglze, where's my Sequoia? Not sure what's going on with that. Pagoda dogwood, of course it would have to be my favorite. As a small pagoda dogwood, medium pagoda dogwood, large pagoda dogwood, pine sapling, young pine, small pine, medium pine, large pine, old pine, young ponderosa pine isn't showing up either, so the ponderosa pines aren't showing up. Young spruces aren't showing up, or old spruce is. Some of these aren't, and some of these aren't. Is there an error? Okay, so I'm guessing there's probably gonna be an update for this map. American elms, spruce, the American elms, aspen sapling, old aspen, beech sapling. Just a ton of these. Medium golden rain, young Japanese, whatever the heck that is. Medium lodgepole pine. Medium lodgepole pine 2. These look like the trees from like the Deadwood missions right there. What did he do? Put every tree available in GE in here? This is awesome! Manchurian red pine. Oaks. Apple tree. Plants. but to be your your base game plants. And there you go. That is Lucid Valley PC version by Squigglze. When he brings out the console version, when that comes to Mod Hub, I will do a condensed video on that, because I think the only difference is, obviously, since it's going to Mod Hub, he has to take the cannabis off of that one. But with that, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.